Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is NutRaisin. Today we shall be doing a study stream once again. Oh shit, I didn't update the stream title. Oh well. Let me do that first. Yeah, as I was saying in the tweet, this is probably going to be a very confused stream. So I'm not sure how valuable it's going to be, but you know, hope for the best. So today is what day? The 29th. All right, let's do that then. Okay. Oh, Lily can take the confusion already. Anywho, let's see where this goes. Hang on, so I think the tweet is out. Yes. Right, so I haven't used visions in ages now, and yeah, I forgot most of what I knew about how to use it. So this shall be interesting. I do ever have the bot up and everything. So best case scenario is that, you know, we get something out of this. All right. So let's dive into a spot. Let's see. Button versus big blind. Cutter versus button. Cutter versus button spot strikes me as interesting. Could we practice? So let's see. Let's go for maybe an unpaired jack high board. Jack 8-6 sounds good. So now it's gonna give us a general overview, right? Reddy Proc. I'm probably mispronouncing the name like heck. Hey, good to see you. Yeah, in case you have missed the introduction, this is possibly going to be a very confused study stream. The previous ones that I did were pretty alright, but I haven't used this one in 2 months. Hopefully, you know your way around visions and you can help me out setting up spots. I knew quite a bit about it, but I forgot everything. Have not used it for ages. I agree, it's a neat piece of software for sure. Hi there, also the chat. Hi there. Good to see you, man. Right, so this is going to give us a general overview, right? In this case, the preflop aggressor is to our right, and we are, I believe, here on the button, so just doing the same. Well, I love to hear this, since I'm banking on some of you guys help today. So the general overview would be we check 91% of the time, bet 9% of the time. If we bet 75%. So, and if we bet, then the response, oh, actually we are the preflop aggressor, right? Then the response of the button is to fold. Well, you can see it here. Fold 36, call 49, raise 14% of the time. All right, so I believe if I go here, we can practice the spot. Okay. So right now we're in the situation where let's see, what's the pot? So versus singer, no, V3. Did we 3-bet? Damn it. The confusion is taken already hold. I think it's a 3-bet pot, right? And this guy donks. No, he's the preflop aggressor. Okay, never mind. So it's a singer raise pot, cutoff opens, we call, and then the cutoff continues here. What do we do on this board? Which is a good question. Let's put this one up so we can fold, call a raise. Let's put in the bot here. And that's a good question. I think we call with the jack. Yeah, I think so, right? Euro, welcome back. You have to do exclamation point. There you go. So I think it takes like 15 seconds is the window the bot allows for you to vote in. And then we see what it, then we click the corresponding button, see what happens. I promise future streams are going to be a little bit more organized, but yeah, I've been ages since I used this. All right, so let's go with the call. And call is incorrect, and it is a fold. Let's see. So if you have the same hand with hearts, we call. Generally speaking, we fold 49% here. 49% of the queen jack 4 holdings. Only one heart. And no, yeah, we don't have backdoor spades. I guess if we have backdoor spades, we still fold. Interesting. Okay. Let's pick a new hand. Yeah, I had a hey Batch. Good to see you. Almost made the name mistake there, but I remembered. I had a setting this up. I had a hand with kings in a very similar spot where it was a fold. So I was considering the fold as well, at least. So what do we do now? With the king high hearts, we get to call, right? Also the nines, some decent future blockers. You're gone with the raise. Interesting. By the way, if any of you want to look into a specific spot, tell me which spot in the chat and ideally help me set it up. Again, I haven't used this in ages. All right, so we have 3 calls, 1 raise. Let's see. Call is the correct answer, apparently. And let's continue this hand. Why not? We can check here as well. So which ones do we raise any here? If we have 3 hearts and have the nut flush draw, basically those we raise. And those are the only ones, apparently. Pot measure. It is very cool indeed. I agree, yeah. And this piece of software can do way more than I'm doing with it right now. Since again, I forgot most of what I knew about it. Let's actually continue the spot. Say we call and the 8 rolls off. So what's our opponent's play now versus our call? Yeah, the price is... Oh, Lily, I need some of that keyboard, please. The price is hefty, yeah. I have to agree. Let's see. Let's go with a random action by our opponent. Don't need a... And he bets again. And what do we do now? We could call bet pot. Let's see. That would be that option in the bot. All right. I need Lily. I'm sorry. I need her all to myself. I'm willing to share her on stream, but she is doing wonders for my soul. But I agree, everybody needs a Lily in their life. Fold now, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna go with the fold as well once the board pairs. What? Mike Shudo, thank you very much for the follow. Content with the cat. Greatest addition to the stream in a while. Yeah, probably gonna be a fold, but I'll wait for the timer to run out. Also, if somebody else wants to get a vote in. Wait, Lily, what you doing? No, please don't take a screenshot. There you go, that's a good spot feed. Yeah, that'll probably work. Yeah. Alright, back to Division stream. A boss gone with the call, a little too late, let's see. Fold is the correct answer. We have no calls here. Not even with the nut flush draw once the board is paired. That part is certainly interesting. Alright. Alright, so let's have it generate a new spot for us. Again, if you guys want to check out a different spot, let me know. We'll see what we can do. Alright, so he bets. We have to 10. That's an interesting one. So let's see. fibers being out of position. That we can do. Let's do that for the next hand then. Call, huh? I would think so too. I would call and, you know, on a hard run out, go for a bluff here. Also, we do have the top pair. But I see him raising. He can't, because he already acted. We are in position here. Let's see, call, answer, wow. Oh, maybe that's what you meant. Did you can see visions raising? Interesting. We blocked the top pair. We also have that 8 blocking wraps, I guess. Blocker and not flush blocker, yeah. Hey, Glory Man, good to see you. Also, hiya boss, completely forgot about that. It's like a nice 3-wood bluff. Yeah. Point. Let's continue to see. Let's see, what do you guys want the opponent to do now? And I'll just click the button. Not gonna put up a poll for it, but then for the next spot, or for the if this spot continues, I will. I think him calling would probably be the most interesting, since if he pots, we fold, right? All right. So now our opponent's play. Let's say he checks again, because if he bets here again, we're well. Actually, if he bets, that might be interesting too. If we ever raise, Okay, I'll wait for you. What do you guys want the opponent to do? Should he check or should he? Let's actually put a poll up for this. Yeah, if he checks to us, we blast off. Sure, yeah. Now, you know, if he bets the pot is this large, we're not gonna come over the top as a bluff. Don't think we have enough fold equity anymore. Yeah, check. I think so too. Just have a bet now. Sure, have him bet. Batch says. You think we ever? So I think it's pretty clear. If he checks, we blast off, right? So maybe having him bet is the more interesting scenario after all. I don't think he uses it while playing Venividi, but at least not. Yeah, he used it for study. I don't think he used it live, but I'm fairly certain that's not what he. Yeah, let's have him bet, right? I think so too. That's probably more interesting. He seems out of fold. We pot when check too. Yeah, I think when check to we pot here. Yeah, I figured, Glory Man. I figured. All right, let's have him bet. And we could fold, call, or see, fold, call, or raise. That would be that option. This bet is kind of stupid. You mean his? It kind of is, yeah. That's true. I mean, if he turned jacks with like the king blocker or king flush. Chi-ching, how did your stream go? Thank you very much for bringing your kind viewers over. Welcome to the channel. My name is NutRaisin, and finally with PowerFest over, I'm not only streaming PLO cash games and tournaments, we're also doing study streams again. Today, a little bit confused potentially, since everybody folds, right? Yeah, I don't think we have enough fold equity here. Like at least some 70 BB behind. Kung Fu Fu, that's a good name. Thank you very much for the follow. Should talk about range, not specific. Yeah. I was just off the top of my head thinking, like, what could he donk here? But that's, of course, a well-made point. Yeah, fold's the correct answer. What happens if we click reload? I think we get a different hand. Oh, that we stay on the same spot and this guy bets into us. With two pairs, probably slightly different than the previous situation with the queen, queen, jack on a jack high board. So options are check, fold, check, call, raise. Let's put the... Hang on, sorry, the bot hadn't started the bot up yet. Yeah. Sounds actually good, raise. You guys convinced me. I was going for the nitty call first, but yeah, fair enough, Euro. Don't know how to get back to that spot so I could put us out of position. Stop copying my answers. All right, let's go with the raise then. Correct answer is call. Let's assume we do raise and continue and have our call and play. Oh no, that would be versus if we call, okay. I guess if he bets now, we fold. If he checks, we check behind. It seems to misunderstand how poker's played. Right, so yeah, I mean, I think either way is going to be pretty clear. If he bets, we folds. If he checks, we call. Let's go with him checking, and then we probably just check behind, right? For those of you joining, a whole bunch of you just joined. Welcome back to the channel. I have this sort of mini disclaimer here. This stream is going to be a little bit confused, at least on my end, since I haven't worked with visions in a while. If you want to see a specific spot, a specific scenario, put it in the chat and ideally help me to set it up, since I, again, haven't used visions in ages. Yor would go with the bet here with the King of Hearts. Might I, you know what? She's kidding me too, and thankfully she's leaving me some room for the mousepad. Board of Solver study. I have no opinion on this, which is why I didn't put a bet in. I honestly don't know. Let's go with you guys' decision then. You guys'? Sounds weird. Correct answer is to check, all right. Do you have any bets here? No. And apparently we do not get in this situation with a flush draw at all, as you can see on the side here. All right. So let's put the pre-flop aggressor in position. This was English hard today. And maybe generate a new spot. We could also probably make it a little bit more difficult. Let's go with that. Right, so just polarizing every spot. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. So he bets. What do we do? Let's see. I think we. Yeah. So we're just going through basically random spots today, since yeah, I don't know any better today. Promise before the next stream, I'll put more started time into visions again. Know how to handle it. We should check raise. Pot measure question right back to you. Can we? And if so, how do I do it? I'll gladly do it, pot measure. I just realizing there's that Nightbot command there, ching with a fold. That's kind of funny. Probably have to disable that for the started streams. So what's the deal? Everybody's gone for the call here. Sounds pretty right to me. So let's continue the spot. Why not? Yeah, I'm sure there is. I just I know there is pot measure. I just haven't worked with it in a while, and I don't know how to. If somebody in the chat does, then I'll be happy to set it up. Okay, let's continue this. Deuce rolls off. Deuce is a horrible card. Let's maybe assume he checks and we check. Can we go to the river yet? No, we can't. Okay. Fair enough. Richie Rob, welcome back. Shady Maniac. I got nothing. So if you got a suggestion, hey, welcome back, Shadow. I know you can help me. Yeah, I know. I was just going to say that. I know you can help me with this. Good to see you back, Richie Rob. It is PLO study time today. So seeing that you want to foray into the dark side of poker, this might be the stream for you. I'm sure you can think of something interesting. I'm just going to put all the burden on you, Shadow Maniac. I know your strong shoulders can take it. In the meanwhile, I'll just put up a new spot so we have something happening. But yeah, I'm looking forward to some suggestion from you. This is probably going to be clear. We fold. Don't need a pull for that, I would assume. It's a pair and a gutter and no hearts. Might be interesting. Bramlito, thank you very much for the follow. Cheers. So we don't have a heart. That's quite large. That's 75%. Remaining going for the call. Pair and the gutter. Pair and the gutter. You know, if I was just saying pair and the gutter out loud, it does sound like a call, doesn't it? The double gutter. I didn't even see the other gutter. Excellent point. Yeah, that's basically an open ender, right? Like up a cookie, just a tad too late. Call is the correct answer. Sure, let's continue. Okay, that's interesting. Let's actually have our opponent bet here again. And see if we get it in, or what do we do? Check, what is it? Check, call, raise. There you go. And jamming with the second nuts. I'm gonna go with the raise as well. Although I am torn about it. Good night, Lily. I'll give her a pet from you, Pete Rock, or Reed Proc. See you maybe next time. All right, the calls have it apparently. Call is the correct answer. Do we have any raises? No, not even with two hearts. Let's see, actually see. Okay, with two hearts, it's mixed here. So there's 45% betting, raising going on. So the session about who leads in position. For now, the session is random spots. Again, since I haven't used visions in ages. So actually, it can be about whatever you guys like. To the front, you could never grasp. Yeah. Top pair. I guess we definitely don't. I guess these are spots where I punt my money away. There's plenty of those for me as well. Mr. Arbot. Should be pretty straightforward, right? We're never raising here, and the top pair we're not folding. You just would think. I have been surprised plenty of times. Because once the dark side has you, Chi-Ching, it won't let go. Let's continue this hand. I'm curious about different runouts. Wow, that poll is taking quite a while. It's probably longer than, maybe it's 45 seconds for each spot. My lawyers have advised me not to answer that in a definite way. Wow, really? How long is the voting going on for? It must be 45 seconds then. I can probably shorten that for future streams. If it ever stops. Sheesh. Did Lily press a button and mess this up? No. So voting is started. I don't see the message for voting is finished. What the hell? Okay, we're just gonna go with the call then. Patiently wait for the bot to maybe make up its mind. Call is the correct answer. So what's the B here? Oh, Broadway. If you have two Broadways, we call mostly, sorry. It's the best for PLO guys. Upswing, I don't know if they have any, how recent their PLO material is. I know the Mastermind is good, and I know Run-It Once is good. That's from my personal experience. Can you show those 50% battery pseudo days is almost 50-50? Right. Yeah, sure, I can. So if you have the backdoor, let's see. They're basically mixed to a larger degree if we have front and backdoor flush draw, it looks like. Right, they did. I forgot about that, Glory. Good point. Yeah. I don't know much about the new course. I don't know anything about the new course then, though. Right, so slightly more often if you have the nut flush draw, the front door nut flush draw, but we also get to raise 44% of the time if you have the backdoor nut flush and the front door, any front door flush draw. Okay, let's get a new hand in this exact spot. Top set with a heart. Do we ever just call you in position? Press the, too late. Too late, Glory, sorry. Can we, I don't know if we can go back. I don't think we can. Oh, I can stop the voting manually as well. I'm just realizing that. Cool. I'd say we just always raise here, right? With the top set. This is not quite strong enough to trap. Let's see how long the voting goes on for this time. If I need to stop it manually. I can? I actually thought about not doing the side stream since when I fired up visions, I was like, damn it, how did any of this work? Left side. Oh, right. So if this guy all right. I see. Well, I'll click apply for once we're done with this spot. Has the voting stopped? It has. Okay, cool. So let's deal with this first. Raise. Do we have any calls here? If we have none of the suits or one blocker, we call a little bit more often than we raise. And if you have 3 hearts as well, no backdoor blocker, then it's like 50-50 basically. Not anymore, you unchecked bet. Okay, well, hang on, I'll check it again. Not a poker fool, welcome back. All right, so let's generate something then. Have him check it to us. With the gutter, I think we just check here. There's not going to be a surprise. Let's go for a new hand. This is 10-6. Oh, interesting. So check or bet. Trip on certain boats with overkill hands here, right? without a heart, but we do have a pair from the board, have the backdoor. Yeah, I think we bet as well. Don't forget the exclamation point, another poker full. And that being said, Glorman, I feel the Giannis course is decent for people at any level. Not knowing anything about the new upswing course, though. So the bets have it. Correct answer is to check. All right, let's see. Which ones do we bet? Well, we bet the ones with the front and back door, nut flush draw. Mostly bet with the front door, nut flush draw. Bet a little less often. Closing in on 50-50 here with the nut flush blocker and the backdoor flush draw. More so if we have the backdoor flush draw in triple suits, then we check a little bit more. And if we have just an ace of hearts, we stick it to bet at a decent clip. But only, or well, most, not only, but more so if we have a backdoor flush blocker, apparently. And a little bit of betting if you have the backdoor flush draw in ace high. And that's it. Yeah. What, Kipper is here? Is he? Right, let's... So we are... Actually, this spot is kind of alright. I don't mind... This, yeah. With a set of eights, and this time this guy bets. We have the nut flush blocker, a straight draw blocker, and the middle set. Could check call. We could fold, call, or raise. Situation after you see the result, GG with this. AJZ, hey, welcome back, AJ. Let's see. Gonna go with the raise as well. Yeah, let's see. Can you search vision after you see the result? Can you check if you ever check the hearts of spades? I think you can. You can probably set this up here on the right side, but I forgot how to. I need to watch all the tutorial videos. I was close to not doing the study streams and just relearn vision since I forgot most what I knew about it. But then I figured, yeah, you can pick a board similar but not exact unless you're like, yeah, okay, yeah. But I mean, could be trapping actually with the 9 and the ace. Yeah, we could. So what? See, the raises have it. Correct answer is to call, matter of fact. Let's see which ones do get raised at a decent clip. Basically, only with the either the backdoor nut flush draw or the front door nut flush draw. And if we have the backdoor nut flush draw, only if you have a heart blocker, basically. Right? Yeah. I would assume if we call here and the heart rolls off and this guy bets, we can still raise. We could still raise this with the nut flush blocker. We still have equity if we have to get it in then. Let's continue this one. King rolling off. Let's have our opponent bet again. And what do we do? Fold, call, pot, which would be fold, call, raise. Put up the pole here. Trouble is, this guy does show up with a decent amount of kings. Uh-oh, something is happening. It's telling me I'm connected to chat, so I'm not really sure what's going on here. Some Twitch issues, apparently. Because internet on my end looks fine. So whatever you're saying in chat right now, I will never know. This be weird. Because I kind of need chat for this. All right, let me close the chat window, reopen it. And then maybe put up do the poll again, since right now I'm not seeing the results. Although I do see it on the stream window. Everybody is going for the call. Give me just a moment here. Toolbox, chat. See if the chat is back up again. Okay, works. Okay, so everybody going with the call. Let's see. And now the solver would actually raise. Interesting. Can we continue? Really? Can we continue to the river yet? So soon we raise? Well, now we call. Yeah, duh. Okay. He goes all in. All right, cool. To do so, I think of hand, but so now what right off. Yeah, then I'll know more answers to more questions for the next study stream. So let's go with a. Hang on, if you go with a new hand. Oh, right. Then it shows us this exact how far it shows us. We continue from where we left off, like how far we've gotten into this spot. If we go with new hand, if we go with new spot, it'll just give us a new spot. Keeping the same preflop parameters, i.e. we're the preflop aggressor, get called by the big blind. So here, I would assume we just check behind. Yeah, right, there's but the filter right now is giving me this here. So I can't, search is disabled until I answer the question. All right, have I started a poll? No, let me do that. So we could check or we could bet here. Let me, yeah, answer first, thank you. Has to be a check, right? No incentive to bet. PLO is so hard. It often is for me. Even after more than a year playing 100 BB PLO. Actually, sometimes it does seem to get harder in spots. All right, let's stop the voting manually. Go with the check. Check is the correct answer. Again, if you guys want to see a specific spot, Shadow Maniac, kind of looking at you here, then do let me know what and ideally how to set it up, and we'll do just that. So here, do we ever call? Nah. What? Shit. Sometimes sometimes I think, there's no reason to put the poll up here, and stuff like this happens where I'm like utterly not utterly confused. Actually, we do block draws, holding the sixes, future blockers, and block the nut flush. It is a nice bluffing spot. Duh, sorry. All right, you've heard the Shadow Man. If you guys have a specific spot in mind, put it in the chat, and Shadow Maniac will help us get there. In the meanwhile, I'll just put up something for us. Okay, I'll put up the poll since clearly I'm wrong too often. Makes my head blow. Yeah, same here, man. So yeah, just I'm gonna put up the poll this time then. Gaming is calling. So we have the gutter, we have a hard blocker, we have a pair, and we have the backdoor nut flush draw. Yeah, okay, yeah, call sounds good. So we do have a hard blocker, backdoor nut flush draw. Probably not one we want to raise, since we are interested in seeing turns. I would guess, but you've just seen how good my guesses are sometimes. The calls have it. Call is the correct answer. Let's continue this one. Queen. Oh, that's an interesting one. Let's actually have him, if he checks, we bet, I would assume. So let's have him bet, see if we raise here. And we could, again, fold, call, or raise. Random poker person. Can I get some advice? That's a very general question, so I'm not sure. The advice you're going to get to this question is probably going to be very general as well. Speaking of general advice, I would go with the side where you get decent rake back. Your biggest enemy, so to say, in the micros is rake, so your biggest friend is rake back, I would say. And, you know, I am biased towards run it once, but I would still suggest giving run it once a shot. But, you know, if you can get a good rakeback deal on other sides, then that's a possible way forward as well. Interesting. Cheers, random. But you know, feel free if you have more specific question. Then yeah, then shoot, because I can't think of any like more real good general advice there. Okay, let's check this out. So which hands do we raise? Well, to the overwhelming almost 80% of the time we raise with both flush draws. Fair enough. And we raise the non-nut flush draw here as well. Also interesting. The non-nut flush draw without a heart. We raise that. Well, let's go with 50-50 basically. Where's better out of... What? Random poker person. Thank you very much for the follow. We getting wrecked by visions. Yeah. Istov Jung, welcome back. Good to see you. What happens if we go with reload here? Let's see. Okay, that's just gonna give us the same flop with a different hand. Okay, but you know, we might as well. There was something I wanted to dive in here on the left side as well. Sorry, I kind of hastily clicked on new situation. Do you have a comparison between Visions and Bucket Tool? Ask again in like a week. I haven't done the study streams in ages, and I've forgotten most of what I know about Visions, and I haven't used the Bucket Tool in a while. We will do a Bucket Tool stream this week as well. Yeah, so feel free to check them out and, you know, form your own opinion on it as well. But I'll be happy to give feedback once I have more feedback to give. Call sounds good to me for sure. I guess with let's check this out then on the right side here. I guess with the Ace of Hearts, this could be a raise. So it seems none of you have any suggestions for a different study spot, right? Because the Shadow Maniac could help us set it up. Michael Baca, or is it Bacha? I don't know. Is winning player and Michael is spending an hour a day studying? I think so too, yeah. Low stakes, I don't know, but micros for sure. If we're talking, you know, PLO 10, definitely. PLO 20, depending on the site, probably. Beyond that, I got no opinion about it, to be honest. Got no answer to that, to, let's say, stakes beyond PLO 20. All right, go with the call. Yeah, me too today, Gloryman. Me too today, my friend. Call is the correct answer. Let's see. If you have if we have the backdoor flush draw and the nut blocker, we get to raise, because then we can still call a re-raise, I would assume. If we have hearts in any shape or form, basically we get to raise here with the pair, the gutter, and the flush draw. Yeah, all the hearts. And sometimes with the heart blocker, no backdoors. Actually, at a decent clip. And if you have a spade blocker, then, or a backdoor flush blocker, then actually a little less often with the raising. Interesting. That's a good point. You are doing more than 95% of the pool already. That's very, very true. Okay, let's continue and have the green roll off. Like we'll put it up. Why not? Let's see if he bets. What we do, I would assume we just fold. I don't think so yet, Esesdorf Jung. Now, again, I forgot most about what I know about visions, but I don't think... I think it is in the works, though. I recall hearing PLO 10 is fine for me, Brazilian $1 is worth... Yeah, perfect. I mean, truth be told, with my monthly cost of living, PLO 10 is actually... It's not where I could, go out and buy stuff every day, but it would sort of get me from month to month, so I hear you. Although certainly wouldn't be ideal. Fold, right? Correct answer is call. The fuck? Sorry for the cursing. Sorry, Lily. Lily is unconcerned. Huh. There you have it. Jermaine claiming it's a fold, just low frequency. Okay. Let's actually see, right. It shows us here, we fold. Is that, hang on. Is that filtering for this hand now? No. Hang on. Cyan Hype, hey, thank you very much for the follow. The middle is overall frequency. At the very top, you say. Hang on, where? Oh, here. Right. Here, top right. That's the one you're talking about, Shadow. We've still, yeah, you're right. We still fold this to Metro. Go one below. Oh, there you go. Yeah, there it's even higher with our hand. What are your normal PLO stakes? How many tables do you play? Normally, right now I play PLO 20. Shots at PLO 50 are coming in the near future. I actually was, depending on how much study time I get in the near future, it'll come sooner or later, within like the next 2-3 weeks. But I normally play on stream mostly 4 tables. I did 6 for the longest time, but it was detrimental to my win rate. What with streaming, talking, when I'm not streaming, I can do 6 tables just fine. Let's actually, hang on, let's set up a new spot, a new situation. Let's go with a 3-bet pot. And the preflop aggressor is out of position, maybe. So this situation now is the spot is weird. We open the button, we get called by the small blind, raised by the small blind, and we call, see a flop, and the small blind leads for half pot. With this hand, I think it's gonna be pretty straightforward. Hang on, there's a bunch of shit happening I'll put the poll up just so I can catch up with the chat. And I've been wrong. So the Shadow, what was the Shadow Manic shot technique, Shadow? Yeah, AJ, I believe so. I believe that is the case, yeah. Stream froze for you? Looks to be, yeah, Twitch is being twitchy for a long time now. You should have folded. I need to. Sailor Knife, sorry, that's a Nightbot, a general Nightbot command that I probably need to disable for the study streams. Random poker person, when I stream, I play 4 tables, normally cash games. And, some tournaments on the sides, usually more often than not recently. So we have a lot of folds, we have 1 call. I'm gonna go with the fold as well. Fold is the correct answer. Which ones do we call? If we have the front and if we have the flush draws, plural. And if we have 1 flush draw, we actually raise at a decent clip. A little more so if you have the backdoor flush draw blocker. And the rest we fold. Yeah, and this one gets folded 100% of the time. Just do one table, accumulate for whatever you want, and do 2 tables. Just do one table of PLO. All right, so just do a one tabling session, you're saying, huh? Sounds pretty good. Does sound pretty good, yeah, sounds appealing. So this time we have the open-ender with a heart. Oh, one table of PLO and the rest PLO 20. Yeah, there you go. Okay, I see. Yeah, that definitely sounds reasonable, yeah. Kung Fu Fu, appreciate you saying that. I must say, it is. And that's not due to me. That's due to everybody who's showing up in these streams is just being all around nice. Let's see. I'm gonna go with the call. Oh, just me voted, huh? Oh. Call is the correct answer. Let's continue this one then. On the 3, giving us another gutter. Let's see our opponent. Let's have. What do you want our opponent to do? Let's see. Do I have a poll for that? No, I don't for this one. Let's actually have him. Let's actually have him potted, because if he bets 50, we just call every time. But if he pots, I don't know. Old call, pot. Now we have the open-ender and the gutter. Then I'm just fold, though. I think so too. I think it's a bit much. And we get almost everyone going with fold, and we get to call if we have the flush draw. Yeah. How about an? I don't think I can go back, Mr. Arbart. Well, at least not easily. I could probably set up the spot again, but not easily done, especially not today and not for me. Need to read up, need to study on how to use visions again, and I will for the next stream. Actually, let me put up the poll for this. I'll quickly check something in Discord. Okay, just standard stuff. Raise here, Starrot. I'm gonna go with the call personally. But I've been known to be called, I've been called NutRaisin every once in a while, and I always had a tough time arguing with that. So maybe, I'm saying maybe you're right with the raising. Okay, the calls have it, and we have one raise. Correct answer is indeed raise, and it's not even close with our hand. Where is our hand? Yeah, our hand is down here, 100%. Matter of fact, there's a calling going on. Let's see. With a Broadway heart and no backdoor blocker. And if we have backdoor blockers, if you have the a non-ace backdoor blocker, we pot it always. And if you have the ace backdoor blocker, we pot it most of the time. Interesting. Correct answer is raise. If you get raised again, I would assume we just get it in. Let's pick a new hand on this exact board, right? this one, I've got to put the poll up, but I would assume this is hopefully going to be a straightforward one, where Visions is not going to wreck me, prove me wrong in an instant. Because right now we got nothing. We have affronted a tiny backdoor flush draw blocker. None of this is terribly appealing here. But yeah, I just want to avoid the situation from a couple of minutes ago where I clicked fold and the solver just blew my mind. But I guess we don't need to have the poll running for too long, so I'm going to stop it manually in a moment. Maybe a fold as well. One more new hand. It's going to be fold as well. And just pick up a new spot then. This time we have the 9-8 deuce, and we have a pair of eights. I think we just fold, calling here, and if we call here, we either hope for an 8, I guess, or somewhere we can utilize our blockers, and all of that seems a tad too wild to me. How about you, Lily? No opinion on it. Yeah, it has to be a fold, right? Yeah. Interesting one. Insofar as, do we ever raise here? I would assume we don't fold this. Although it's curious that we... Wait, guys, am I wrong in assuming like this pre-flop situation here is that we open the button, get raised, and we call, right? This is, as Genie Pool, as far as I know, this is based on Monker. So about the pre-flops, so if that's the case, why don't we 4-bet 400 big blinds here? I'm confused why this is even an option, this hand. What do you mean, Shadow? Honestly, no. Just search my brain there for a second. No, I'm aware that like a bunch of aces, if there's a raise from, you know, positions in front of us, that I would just call on the button here at a decent spot, at a decent clip. It's an interesting spot. Okay, let's put the poll up again since nobody voted. You have to backdoor nut flush draw, front door nut flush blocker. Bit of a straight blocker with the 6. No, Shadow Maniac. The answer is an embarrassing and honest no. I was not aware. It shows you that I need these study streams most of all. Which I do. That's not hyperbole. You know, boy, so there's a lot of raises going on. Maybe, because we're probably not interested in... You're gonna check out the matrix. You're gonna like what you see. Let me do that. I'll do it after the stream because I can't easily show it right now on stream. Race I would like to check. Hey, Nino Boy and Chris 13 Druid, thank you very much for the follows. Appreciate it. I have to point out, this is a bit of a confused study stream today since I haven't used Visions in ages. Been saying this a bunch of times. It stays true. So it's a very basic study stream today. Okay, everybody is in favor of potting it here. And actually the correct answer is to call. Now you would like to check it. Well, checking unfortunately is not allowed. Yeah, call. Yeah, fair enough. Right, let's see. Do we have any raises here? Our hand calls 100% of the time. In general, 21% of our ace-6-4 hands raise here. Let's see which ones do raise. So this is interesting, right? We have this hand here. Looks pretty similar to ours, except here we have the backdoor nut flush, and this one just has a backdoor flush. And this one gets raised the majority of the time, 80%. And there, with the nut flush draw, there is some calling going on. Not much though. So if you have 3 hearts, we call 20% of the time, raise the rest. If you have any 2 hearts, none of them Broadway. Also interesting. So there's some calling, a little bit of calling going on with the backdoor nut flush blocker. I don't think this stuff is like too important for our game plan. Punja, welcome back. But interesting enough, it's the same pattern repeats here. With the nut flush draw, front door nut flush draw, we just pot it 100% of the time and get it in if you get raised. If we have the backdoor nut flush blocker on top of that, there is a decent amount of calling going on. Seems to be too strong in Omaha. It's obviously the best hand you want to have pre-flop, but it's you're not going to like every flop, let's put it like that. All right, let's continue this one. And the king rolls off, giving us the nut flush, backdoor nut flush draw. First, you guys get to decide what our opponent now does. He could check, he could bet small, in this case 50%, or he could pot it. Okay, you guys tell me. A real disaster. No, yeah, I agree. 50%, you have to go with small. There you go. So, but you went with small as well. So everybody is voting for small. Let's go with that. And then what do we do? So again, he bets half pot. And we get to fold, call, pot. Hang on. So that would be fold, call, or raise would be the options. The bot always posts what the options are. So in the second line, it says either exclamation point fold or just exclamation point F. And then call or raise. So if we call, there's going to be 150 in the pot with, yeah, you know what? I like call as well. So it's going to be 100 actually it's going to be 200 BB pot then if we call with 100 behind. So conceivably, maybe some fold equity. If a heart rolls off, this guy checks and we pot it. If we would decide to pot, maybe. But yeah, but maybe in capital letters, I would say. Okay, let's go with the call. Before I click the button, maybe I'm starting to like raise a little bit more. Yeah. Apparently the solver does too. For what it's worth, I clicked check as well though. So this one gets mostly raised. Sometimes we call, oh, MFG, welcome back. And let's see, which ones do call? Which ones do fold? Fold if we, well, here it's mixed. Okay, let's ignore that for now. Let's check out the ones that call. The backdoor nut flush blocker calls. Front door nut flush backdoor blocker calls. 100% even. That's kind of interesting. That's very interesting. I would not have you hang on with what hand? With yeah, like never mind. It has the front door flush and the back door blocker. Okay, that's a call. Yeah, okay. Okay. Can see that. But interesting enough, if you have the front and the back door nut flush draw, There's still a lot of calling going on. I guess this is this sort of a trap then? What do you guys think? Like if we with either of these two hands and the solver would call here, do you think the solver is doing that for pot control, possibly folding rivers, or like a Jack 10 Queen river or not of none of the suits? Because river is about 50% times turn as a bluff. Yeah, so that's a good question. I'm wondering about that too. I'm curious what you guys think. Is this more of a trap by the solver here to this call? I mean, still, again, there are runouts where you can probably can consider a fold, but is this mainly as a trap? This call? I would assume so, because this looks like a super strong hand on this board. Well, not super strong, okay, but we don't block any of the pairs. But like a reasonably strong hand. Let's put it like that. Give you the left icon above the categories. It will give you frequencies. Okay, I'm looking. I'm looking. Cyan Hype. I haven't decided yet. I have to check out the schedule. Probably will, yeah. Press the left icon above the categories. It will give you frequencies. What part of the screen, first of all? Yeah, sorry, I'm a bit unprepared today. Don't know my way around visions as good as well as I should. Like here? No. Above the overview. Oh, right. Thank you. So this one doesn't have a tooltip. Oh, there you go. Now we see the frequency. So what does this one do out of curiosity? That gives us in percent, apparently. So yeah, okay, so it shows us the frequencies right here instead of having the mouse over. Okay. Cool. Didn't know that. Thank you, OMFG. So this was an interesting spot. Certainly surprised me from start to finish, basically. Okay. Okay, Queen 6, back to flush draw. Do we do anything but call here? I don't know. Do we even call? I would assume so, especially with the 6. Maybe after we click the button here, we can search for a hand maybe doesn't contain a 6. See if that makes any difference. We'll figure it out. I think I'm forgetting to vote quite often. The cards have it, is the correct answer. And let's see if can we take away the 6? All right, there we go. Let's put maybe let's see, a jack in there. Let's go back to the 6, see the general numbers here. Don't really change. Yeah, they're pretty much the same. Hang on. So the B is a Broadway heart, by the way. This is just any heart. If you have a Broadway heart, if you have just any heart, we're supposed to fold this always. This is 2. Oh. Well, then it shows us the exact hand. Okay. Okay, we just got to the next spot. I feel I'm sort of clicking buttons at random here sometimes still. Jack 4. Wait, what's the deal now? So apparently this guy checked to us. Heart is a low heart. A B is a Broadway heart. There you go. Thank you, Shadow. So what's the deal now? Are we now the preflop aggressor in this scenario? Did he check to us? I think we are the preflop aggressor right now, right? Like the 3-better. Let's see, so we could check or bet. No? Oh, he checked to us. Okay. So it's okay. To stab or not to stab, yeah. I'd say no. You opened, yeah, preflop. Yeah, I was talking about postflop there of G. Preflop we opened in the small blind 3-bet us. That's the preflop situation, always in this situation. Yeah, I was wondering about that too. Why if the small blind would? I don't think it would. Yeah, we preflop spot was button versus small blind, so we open since we don't limp the button ever, and the small blind raises and we call and see a flop. So in this case, I think we just check behind here. That is the correct answer. Let's actually pick a new hand where we're in the same situation, and now we have aces with 3 hearts. Some draw blockers as well. Straight blockers with the jack and the 5. Batch going for the bet. I think so too. Should be pretty straightforward. See if you can play the spot out. If what happens if you get raised? We. Oh, interesting question. I don't want to say. Cyan hype? No, that's something that surprised me as well. That Shadow Maniac pointed out where that I noticed I didn't know either. That apparently there's a bunch of aces in the button that we just call a 3-bet with. And that's honestly news to me. I know that there's aces I'm just calling a raise from a previous position here. But once the 3-bet, the small blind 3-bets, I would assume we just, happily shove more money in. And I would definitely, trust in Shadow Maniac's input here in the chat. This guy knows what he's doing. He's just on the top of the leaderboards of all of these interactive vision streams. Okay, so what was the poll? Everybody betting. I think that is fine. The correct answer is actually to check. All right, let's see. Which ones do we get to bet here? Only 11% of these aces, and we basically, if we have 2 hearts exactly, hang on. So the solver would bet it if he has an ace-high heart and a low heart. Would check it with 2 Broadway hearts. Oh yeah, because then our opponent can't have a high flush draw himself, right? That makes sense. We don't want to fold him out, I would assume. And if we have backdoor, spades, no matter ice high or not, we bet 100%. And if you have both flush draws, we bet 100% as well. He is a solver veteran by this point. Yeah, that's a correct way of putting that. Okay, no hand. Oh, the music was still on go now. Never mind. If he has kings, use the 3-better. Yeah, he could. So here with the pair and the gutter and the flush blocker, do we check or do we bet? Yeah, I think that's a consideration anyway, as well. Pokerfool, he could have kings. Although I don't think he has kings that he checks here a lot since we have all the hearts. Like if he has kings and hearts, I could maybe see him checking to trap. Robert going for the bet. This could be weak enough for a bet, but it could also be like a medium strong hand where we just want to check a lot. So I'm going to go with the... Oh, you're going with the check. Never mind, I saw that wrong. I thought you put the B in there. Let's see, do we have any bets? If the ace of hearts, if you have two hearts. If the ace of hearts, we bet the majority of the time. If you have just a flush draw, we bet close to... Well, let's just make it 100% if you have a flush draw. All right. Let's go for a new spot. Do like 2 or 3 more of these, and then this was just will just have been a short stream. Need to take an hour break. And when I get back, we will be playing PLO 20 cash games and KO tournaments on Party, including the $5.50, the $33, and the $109 KO. In case you guys are interested in that, then come back in an hour after me dinner break is over. So this time this time the preflop 3-better actually bets pot here. That's interesting. So what do we do? Bets pot. Sheesh. Guess the question is, do we ever pot it again? Because we're not folding right now, right? I don't know. I don't know what I would do. Guess we can raise. So we have only one vote, and that one goes for the pot. Let's see. Raise the correct answer, yeah. And we call if you have one heart and the backdoor flush draw, then we call a little bit more often. If you have a Broadway heart, we mostly call. If you have any low heart, we fold a lot and call sometimes. This board good for your range. That's not really that great for his range, to be honest. For ours, it's not bad. I would assume. So this could just be naked aces with the ace of hearts. Or something like that he wants to pot. So instinctively, I would say we fold here, but for the last spot today, I am going to put up the polls, and sometimes I have been wrong. We do have a hard blocker in the backdoor flush draw. I still think it's a fold, but yeah, never know. Ooh. Folds, right? Yeah, I think so too. I would hope it's straightforward. I just wanted to put the poll up for, the reasons as explained. Sometimes the solver just doesn't surprise me. It outright shocks me. Fold is indeed the correct answer here. Right. Wow, I'm amazed how much interest these study streams generate. So thanks to all of you for tuning in and keeping me not keeping me company, but doing this with me. I learned some stuff as well. I hope you did too. The next study stream is scheduled for, what day is today? It's Wednesday, right? Yeah, we'll do one more tomorrow. On Friday, I'll probably be off, but be it as it may. Friday, I'm probably going to go fishing. Another study stream tomorrow. I hope I have some time to prepare for it. So it'll be a little bit more in-depth tomorrow, or a little bit more specific, I should say. For spots that interest me, maybe spots that interest you as well. Let's put up the leaderboard for today. Wow, I'm leading. Wait, that's today's top 5. I don't think I reset that. I reset that one. That's still an old lead. There's still old results in there. even though it says for the session. Yeah, I'll just reset them for next time. Yeah, I'll go have some dinner. And I'll be back in an hour with PLO cash games and the tournaments. Until then, thanks for all the follows. And yeah, looking forward to seeing you maybe later tonight or tomorrow for another study stream. You know what? I should probably do this proper and host somebody. Who is on before we leave? Oh, man with the plan. That's someone who recently started streaming and is playing PLO 25 right now. All right, let's give him a raid then. And see what he's up to. I haven't been to his channel yet, but I know he recently started streaming and plays PLO, so that's basically all you need to know. Until then, thanks for watching, everybody. Cheers. See you soon.